Welcome to the evening news. I'm your host, Sunny Prajapati, and this is my partner, Patrick Orlando.
After 4 days of heavy debate, the Supreme Court continues to decide on this decision on the Pentagon Papers case, formerly known as the New York Times versus U.S.
To brief our readers, Patrick, the Nixon administration attempted to prevent the New York Times and Washington Post from publishing materials belonging to a classified Defense Department study regarding the history of the United States' activities in Vietnam. After being leaked, the president argued that the prior restraint was necessary to protect national security.
That's right, Sonny. We have an informant currently outside of the Supreme Court awaiting a decision.
While waiting for that informant, I'd like to give additional information to help viewers establish a better understanding of why this particular leak was considered such of a threat to the Nixon administration.
I think that's a great idea, but Sonny, do you mind if I give information at this time?
Go for it, Patrick.
Thanks, Sonny. Fellow viewers, to fully understand the dilemma present in the courtroom, you must first understand why the Pentagon Papers were said to be such a security risk. We live in a time where thousands of Americans, just like you and I, are being slaughtered in a jungle 8,500 miles away, most of whom couldn't have pointed out Vietnam on a map before the war started. So the question was raised, what are we fighting for, and is it worth it? The American people can't seem to understand why we're sending loved ones to the horrendous environment that is Vietnam to either die or become mentally unstable if they survive. We are currently in a time in which the country is more divided than ever. So what is the significance of the actual documents, Sonny?
Well, I'll tell you, Patrick. The leak of McNamara's classified report by Daniel Ellsberg caused a huge stir because it included a very detailed 2.5 million word report on the exact dealings in the Indochina region. This report would show that the government had lied about the scale of the war, leaving the bombings of nearby countries such as Laos and Cambodia out of public reports. Also, failing to mention that the United States had played a key role in the coup d'etat of South Vietnam's democratically elected leader, Ngo Dinh Diem, went against everything we stood for as a country. Now, the government claims that these papers have been a threat to national security because the citizens of this great nation would be rightfully outraged that they have been deceived by the very government they were supposed to trust. It's believed that the censorship of these papers is a violation of the First Amendment, specifically the freedom of speech and the press. And I bet that'd really piss off the citizens.
You make a good point there, Sonny. Wait, this just in. Our informant just got back to us with new details on the Supreme Court decision. Please stand by.